On this episode, are you still being a rookie at things and learning and getting better? What do you think, Danny?
Don't be afraid to be the dumbest person in the room again.
Ooh, I like that. Trey?
Also, never be afraid to say you don't know.
Ooh, like it. Cole?
Yeah, in this, I basically, say that me and Joe are like best friends, and our careers are on the same path, basically.
Shout out to Burrow. Brought to you by MaxOverMuscle.com. Let's go to the show.
I was like, there's no way he's not saying anything about Joe.
Leave that in, Kyle.
Jeez.
That was amazing. We are live, Roundtable Podcast. I'm your boy Corey G at Small Arms Danny at Trey Speedin, the graphic gangster himself, Cole Susak. I just ran into the fucking mic stand.
Nice.
That was awesome. What's up, fellas?
What up?
What's good?
Just came off doing chapter 6 of the book.
Yeah, banger.
Man,
What?
almost done with the audio book, everybody. You have to go out and get it here soon. It's exciting. We're going to talk about rookie and the vet, opportunities, just all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
People out here just trying to make it happen. Danny, what are you a rookie at? Besides, like, intercourse.
I'm all right. Kid.
Great way to lead it off. All right.
Sorry.
Danny, how do you recover from that?
I mean, it obviously doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he just had a kid. That's why I'm
I
like,
have a spawn.
He knew he was going to open it up like that.
Yeah.
What? See, he knew he was going to open
that
it up
was
like
so
that.
organic.
He
That
probably
was
was
fucking fire.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
that was scripted for sure.
That was great.
Oh, all right. Cole.
All right, yeah.
Take it.
Yeah. Well, here I'll answer for Danny.
Yeah, okay.
Just so we get back on track. Danny, right now,
So we get back
although
on-
he is an emo wizard, still, probably I would consider himself.
What
like-
did you just say?
Danny's an
Emo wizard? What the fuck is that
Email.
mean?
Email.
Email.
Like
I was like,
email.
emo. I'm like,
No.
what? All right.
No. But Danny now is a rookie at trying to learn code. Obviously,
There
with
you go.
us
Great.
moving into Shopify Plus, he's now learning code. So, Danny, can you talk about that?
I would say he is becoming a vet for sure. in
He is a
email.
vet.
Yeah, email
And a
wizard.
rookie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Where do you want me to start? The
Coding.
part
So
or
why?
the
So
email?
all right.
Or
So
why?
you're in this kind of deep in the trenches in the email marketing, right? We're tying it back to lots of sales. We're warming up the customer, letting them know, giving them value, and then you're like, now there's this extra piece. You're like, man, if I could code even just this amount, that would even contribute more to your silo of what you handle here for our businesses. So it's like, I guess you could talk on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the email stuff has always been there for a while, but then
Yeah, but it's a different level now.
But now it's like, seeing what is truly like possible, I guess, with it. So,
just sending emails out and doing what you're doing, two different things.
yeah, for sure. Well, it's like a science.
Correct.
Especially with both with Max Effort and with Corey G. Because
Yeah.
they're different platforms. One's more e-commerce based than the other one. But it really just comes down to establishing a relationship with who you're sending an email to. Because you have to want to, receive the email. That's the goal. You want them to keep coming back and to get something valuable from what you're sending.
And then when you started I guess kind of going down the path for like coding and just like interest in that, was it literally just because you're like, look, I don't know anything about this, but if I can just like up my game this much, then I don't have to rely on other people as much for certain things. Is that kind of your process?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been one of those things on the back burner. It's like if someone says that, hey, I want to do a marathon at some point in my life. It was kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then before we did the migration from whatever platform that was before to Shopify, I actually literally the week before you asked us to do it, I had started doing a coding course on Udemy.
There you go.
Which is funny. And then, everything happened. And then just within the past few weeks, it was actually on this past Tuesday, I got some extra time. And so I was just going deep on some Shopify Plus stuff. And then I started going into the YouTube rabbit hole. And then I came across the exact instructor who I initially was doing the course with on YouTube.
Wow.
And because I was just looking at the Shopify liquid code and with product templates and shit like that, and so a lot of this stuff was making sense, and I was getting excited about it. I'm like, what is wrong with me? It just it felt like a weird thing to get excited about.
Once again, you're doing resources that aren't super costly too, Danny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're doing stuff on YouTube. You're basically just like finding the resources to uptick like your value.
Yeah, so pretty much this guy is more tailor-made for, or he tailors to people on the Shopify platform, and just have it like, pretty much long story short, I got on his website, looked around, and then I inquired for information about his course, what it costs, what it looks like, how long it is, all that stuff, because he kind of like breaks it down, like as far as for the Shopify thing, it's like with the different coding languages, which I was explaining this to Tyler, very high level, but like with HTML is like the nuts and the bolts, like what has to be on the page.
Yeah.
So like he had like a smiley face, and so it was the circle, and then it was like an eye, and then the mouth stacked on one on top of another. And then like this next coding language was CSS, which basically makes it pretty. So that's where you had a static image of a smiley face. And then the third iteration was JavaScript, which another coding language. And people are probably laughing, like a developer's probably laughing at me right now.
Yeah.
But and then you have like a
The only people that understand it are developers, Danny.
yeah. Well, then you have the third one
picking up.
was the smiley face, but then it was moving around and doing shit.
Got
so
it.
it kind of like made like using that as like a visual for me was very helpful. So that's why I like went further with this.
What goes where?
And I think the big thing is Danny is taking the time to learn all this stuff and finding these resources, because if he can understand that language a little bit, just how whenever I was designing, if I could understand Illustrator instead a little bit, and with Photoshop, I could be able to make and like have better decisions, and there might be value I can add in some way that if I just know a little bit could open doors of, oh, this is possible now, this is also possible.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, so like you're basically a vet on Photoshop, but you would be a rookie when it comes to Illustrator, or was.
I was, but then you know, the more you use it, the more comfortable you get. Danny might become a fucking coding gangster too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but it's the fact that searching and doing the resources and not like pushing it off and being like, I'll never learn how to do that. I'm only this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm only email, blah, blah, blah. Like
that's where
super
you.
important. And one thing is he also reached out. He went to the first person who probably could have potential connections, which he hit me up, was like, hey, can you connect me with Logan? Shout out Logan.
Oh yeah, shout out. What up,
saying,
Logan?
hey, I know he's a coder. Can I talk to him? Just even.
Yeah,
answer any
Danny's
questions.
always been really good about that.
Yeah.
Trying to just ask the right questions with people that are, are kind of in what you're trying to learn. Like, you're super humble on that, which is how people should be, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, Danny texted me the other day, and he's like, "What do you got for me, NFT wise?"
There you go.
I just sent him
Like,
a whole bunch of links.
Yeah, talk about that, Trey. Rookie stuff now for you, like that you're uncovering. It could be based on that or other things.
Yeah, so I was sitting here thinking, and I mean, there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of things I'm definitely a rookie at. Like,
Yeah.
I still feel
Well,
like
you're so young.
Yeah,
too,
so to start off, I feel like I'm still like just a rookie of life.
Yeah, facts.
Because I'm so
I
young.
sometimes feel the same way,
Yeah.
Trey.
And so then to go
Yeah.
into, so like NFTs obviously, so like NFTs it's just so new, like in general for everybody. So
Yeah.
like I think like NFTs are like one of those things where, you know, you can't really like call anybody like a veteran or an
Nope.
OG like in the
But
space.
you could end up being a veteran in it because you're in it. You know what I mean? So young.
I mean, it's only been around now. Like it's only been like, you know, popular like mainstream now for like about like a year, not even. So like
Maybe,
there's
yeah.
there's no veterans in that space in my opinion. Everyone's a rookie over there.
I think that's awesome though, because you get a chance to be one of the vets.
Yeah.
Because you're
100%.
such an early adopter of it.
No,
right?
yeah.
Just like you look at some of those Bitcoin dudes, like the Winklevoss guys, and these guys have been in it, like they fuck with it super early. You look at them like OGs of it, and now you guys have an opportunity to be OGs in this.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So NFTs in general, and then other than that, also like this year, one big thing I'm trying to just learn more and more about is like just trading stocks still, like getting more in the option trading and actually just day trading on a consistent basis, and you know, figuring.
And
all
I
that
saw
shit out.
that evolve a lot to where your comfortability with the options and stuff, like, where you were really, clipping some good cash on a regular basis. And the way you were reading charts and understanding what was happening. So like your education, because of all the reps, because you were working on it like every day, right? Then allowed you to then say, okay, confidently I can go and take out this contract and do this. And so, I saw that evolution just with your dialogue, right? The way you were speaking about, like, I know this is going to hit this because of that. You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool to watch, for sure. I feel like that way about crypto in general, like the last year or so. Like we talked about it on the Spaces last night, just like the evolution from us for me buying Dogecoin just because Tyler said to buy it. basically, and not even know what the fuck it was.
We made a fucking sticker.
Yeah. Then we made a sticker, and I made like 50 racks. And then the fucking and then trying to buy SafeMoon for a day and not being able to figure it out, how to get the money to it, how to pancake swap it, understanding the slippage, understanding how to get it in the trust wallet. Like, dude, it was like,
I would have liked to see you try and do crypto shit like years ago.
oh,
Like before, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some of those
I just kept
platforms
thinking,
were even accessible.
I know I'm gonna figure this out. This is so, but I was having such a hard concept grasping it, and I'm gonna really like open-minded person. So like, I was thinking to myself, like, God, this is definitely an opportunity because most of the fucking world isn't even gonna do a quarter of this. Like, that's why in crypto in general, if you've got a project you really believe in and you've got to go through some steps, when it's really easy and you can just pay cash for it and download something, like, then everybody will be able to. Like, the opportunity is because it's like that to some degree, I think.
Yeah.
That's a major part of it, right? So I enjoyed that kind of uncovering process of being like, I never feel like I'm not a person that's like real embarrassed because I don't know stuff. Because you're gonna run into stuff like that all the time, and if you always are gonna know everything, first off, you're faking like a motherfucker, and second off, it just doesn't work that way. So I got real comfortable a long time ago, just saying, yo, that's not my lane, or I don't know that, but I probably can figure it out or know somebody that does. I'd much rather, you guys are experts compared to me in this, right? I'd much rather go, I don't know this, but Cole does or Trey does. That doesn't take away from me because I'm throwing it to you. You know, the reality. So I just think like that might be just like an internal ego thing for a lot of people.
Yeah,
That's
a lot
not
of
that
people.
way for
A lot
me.
of people have like a hard time like just saying like, oh, like I don't know the answer to this.
Well, they think it makes them look dumb or something, but I'm like, yo, I
No,
feel
it's like
like
more respect if someone just honestly says like,
I've
no,
got-
I don't know the answer.
dude, I've been in big business meetings, and I could tell people respected that way over me acting like I knew it, and they could sniff it that I was fucking faking.
Bro, that's
Like,
that Henry Ford stuff.
yeah,
Hit the
and I
button,
read
hit
it
the
on
button.
that. Hit the button. Hey, man, I can hit the button and have 4 people that know a better answer
Yeah.
than me. They're smarter than me.
Yeah.
Fuck
Like,
it. As long as I'm on the team, what the fuck do I care?
Yeah.
Yes, fuck yeah. I think it's also the pursuit of you should try to become a vet while having things that make you a rookie still. Like,
Yeah, it keeps it honest, bro.
Yeah, and that will always continue to level up. But
Yeah.
That's a way more interesting way to live too.
exactly.
Are you kidding me?
Because
That's a big one there.
I was
right
just
there,
telling,
Danny.
I literally right before I said I feel like I'm Joe Burrow, and
Yeah,
I
please
and I would-
elaborate.
He can't even
I-
say it without
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
smiling. Shout out,
Hey,
Joe.
Shout out
hey,
Joe
hey,
Burrow.
first off, I'm just a
yeah,
kid
for
from the
sure.
740,
Yeah,
just like
yes,
Joe.
yes.
I'm just like Joe.
Shout out Joe.
Shout out
Jamar,
Joe.
we're still waiting on the
Yeah,
the
Jamar,
DM.
hey, tweet me. Yeah, tweet me.
Jesus.
All right, but here's why.
He's listening.
Obviously,
I know he
obviously, you know.
He is off. I mean, good.
All right. All right, hear me out.
Get it, Cole.
So right now, me and Joey B, same age, pretty much same
There
age.
it
She's a
is.
year above me in school, but same age, whatever. We put in 4 years of college, right?
We.
Yes,
I love this.
we, me and him, same time frame, and you know that's the freshman and sophomore year. It's just you learning. He's learning how to be a like quarterback, putting in the reps, just as me. I'm at the fucking table at the
Yep.
desk, putting in fucking reps. Designing.
His
I'm serious. The parallels
his
are real
parallels
right
are
now.
unbelievable.
I'm just seeing it right now.
Yes. Yeah,
I'm
me
just seeing it
too.
right now. And you know, then junior year, that's whenever I really became. I
pops it off.
started to get good. I started like that's
Yeah.
whenever you know some of
Your
the
confidence
designs we were
starting to
making.
grow.
Yeah,
Shout
and
out, listen.
it started to show. Just like Joe, he goes to LSU, right?
Just
Gets
like
an
Joe.
opportunity, blows it out. Senior year, obviously he was a national championship. I don't know if I did anything that crazy, but
I respect the
it was
humility.
the next step. I took the next step into getting out of school, really saying, "This is me. I'm fucking in it now."
Yep.
Just like him. Then right,
Hashtag
then it's our
JLJ.
rookie year.
Just
Hey,
like Joe.
Then it's our rookie year, right?
Yes.
First year. This is I'm fully all in business, and this is whenever the turmoil, like all the stuff
Turmoil,
of how
yep.
we got here happened.
That was like tearing your ACL.
That's exactly. that was like some adversity. Now ACL tear is a little bit more extreme, but
Yeah.
that there was the adversity there.
Yeah.
But what did it do? It gave us the opportunity to fucking rise up like a phoenix and fucking blaze,
Rise up like-
motherfucker.
Rise up like a phoenix.
But then here's where we're at. Here's where we're at. All right, so you had Joey B lead the fucking Bengals, who no one believed in. You know, people are still waiting to see what the Bengals got, right? Takes them all the way to the Super Bowl. Doesn't quite get it done. But you know what? He got there. Now he's got that taste in his mouth.
Yep.
Now he knows what
Dog.
it's like, and it might. And I feel like I'm in the same place where I've worked up with Max all the way to this point, but now with Varsity Club, this is like our next step.
Yeah.
This is our next step, and maybe he wasn't meant to win the Super Bowl yet, because if he got it too soon,
Yeah.
it would have ruined him.
Yeah.
So I'm with Joey. I hope he hears this, because I'm right there with him.
The line's been poked.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
but
the parallels are like undoubtedly there.
yeah, it literally just came to my mind.
That was
the other
like
night.
story time with Cole.
Is this
It
Joe
was
Burrow
really-
sitting right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Where's the
what I'm
glasses?
saying is I feel like I'm getting to the point of the next level.
Yeah, of course you are.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's now the time involved in execution at a point to where you guys are moving forward with a confident way. Like, you know it's going to be successful because of all the stuff that you're willing to learn, figuring out, getting the people around. Like, it's just the same process. You guys just believe it ultimately now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's how I am. I just believe it ultimately. And you guys then believe it more because I believe it. And now we're believing it more because you believe it.
Because I view this opportunity as like I'm in pro sports.
Yeah.
Like basically after school and everything like that, it was an opportunity to get to the league
Yeah.
and make some like fucking real shit happen.
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm in the same exact spot. That's
It's
where I'm at.
exactly how I've always looked at it. Because I think in my businesses, I've ran into a lot of pro guys and the way that they operate. And because I always was like basically an athlete kind of along the same lines. I mean, I really wanted to be a rapper, but the rapper athlete, that's like you want a rapper wants to be an athlete wants to be a rapper. I'm a lifter. Yeah. I do. I was leading Trey there.
What a dilemma.
Yeah, it's a very big dilemma.
Jeez.
I'm a weightlifter. That's close to both. But anyway, my
Arms
point
are
is,
small.
arms are growing. But my point is that I would always like lock onto that because I would think about my business as my contract. And I would literally look at like, what's the league minimum in the NFL? What's the big contract? And with my sales, it was the same. So I used to like literally have all those parallels because practice was the gym, the meet days or the game days, and then all that stuff in between is just part of the process. And so because we were around so many pro guys, I kind of operated the same way and always looked at it. So that's why I'll mess with Brian all the time. Like, yo, I'm getting league minimum, kid. Like, I'm just going to keep, and I'm a vet right now too. So I'm just keeping going.
And I feel like, cause this is like year 2 coming up on year 3.
You might get franchise tagged.
Hey, listen, here's the thing. I'm trying to be like one of the goats like Brady, where I'm fucking in your spot doing it for 20 plus years.
Yep.
And I still feel like I'm young. I still feel
Yeah.
like I got another ship in me.
That's legit how I feel though too, which
Yeah.
is awesome. But you guys help a lot of that. Having you guys be younger and like excited and motivated definitely has helped me an absolute shit ton. There's no doubt about that. That's why Ray's like, all the people you hang out with are so much younger, and that's why I think that I never like really felt like my age because I'm around people that have like a different youth to them. You know what I mean? It just and keeping yourself in shape changes that a lot too. You don't feel as old, but it's
I
important.
feel like that the opposite because everyone's older than me. But I love that though because then it's just like learning.
Well, and you're gonna progress faster because like my normal operation that took me so many years to figure out was how you just learned. And so, you know what I mean? So it's like, and so it's like we can learn off each other just as dramatically, and it's so helpful. That's why it's important to be around a lot of different ages if you can be too.
That was like, I don't know if it was Ocho, but I remember the guys on I Am Athlete, they were talking about how like they want to, like the older guys, it should be their right to help the next guy up.
Absolutely.
Like if they see the potential and stuff like that, they should help them, as well as like the young guys. If you're an older guy, you should be looking to the young guys because they're keeping up with what the game is moving into.
Facts.
Like they might have the skills or their agility, or they picked up on something that not a lot of people know yet. You got to be aware of that stuff.
I get a ton from helping out the younger guys that are really about it. You know what I mean? The problem is that, look, it's just like anything else. You're going to help a lot of people that ain't about it, and they're going to show it eventually. But that's the process of uncovering to run into you three. You know what I mean? It took a while, right? I met Danny pretty early, but you guys, it took a little while in my career to run into. And it's like there's going to be a lot of people that fall on and off to that point. But the reality is to get quality, real, like, bout it motherfuckers, it takes a little while. So I had to be willing enough to continue to help people and then know that some of that was squandered to find people that I can actually ride with. And so that's like part of the thing that I was okay with though, because I just knew that's what it is, because this isn't for everybody. Like, my style isn't for everybody. The way we work isn't for everybody. You know, the way we win ain't for everybody neither.
That was some fucking heat.
It's just what it is. All right. Anything else, Danny?
I don't
On
know.
that?
Well, one thing, I guess kind of like that.
Yeah.
Just
but that jacket is fresh, bro.
You like it?
Yeah.
I forgot I even had it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool.
Dug
Glad
it
you
out.
brought it out the archives, dude.
The plaid inside too.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out.
Danny, you're like the earth tone king.
You like that? I'm
Yeah.
about that neutral life.
Yeah, no, I see that. Okay, continue.
One thing.
Hey, shout out! You can get a not small shirt with a stack, right?
Yeah. literally not
size
small.
down.
Size that.
Jesus.
All right,
Anyway.
go ahead.
And I do not resew my arm sleeves.
So yeah, so I have this thing that I believe is true.
Okay.
That Danny bought a sewing kit for his wife. Okay, listen to my story here for a second. Bought a sewing kit for his wife, and then he instructs her, because he doesn't want to act like he knows. So he's like, when I'm not around, please just sew the sleeve underneath together right here. Can you guys see this? So then it chokes the fucking bicep. So then he even looks like his arms are bigger than they actually are. So she actually, like an elf at night, you know, like Christmas
Yeah.
morning, she's sewing all his sleeves together tighter on the bottom.
Sounds like something Linda would agree to.
Yeah. Shout out Linda. Yeah. She's like, Corey called me a fucking elf. I didn't mean that. Sorry, Linda. Sorry.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. My story just didn't match up right at that point. I ran into a crossroads and I lost it for a
You
second.
went to Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Anyway, well, what I was going to say before.
Fucking peanut gallery.
Yeah. Anyway.
That was a great detour.
Yeah.
Dude, this is a great story episode right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, shit.
One thing that, like, kind of going off what you were saying before the arms,
Yeah.
was just like the evolution of working with you and the team and everything is going from like wondering if something is gonna happen to like knowing.
Yeah, you guys believe it.
That's gonna happen. Maybe it doesn't, happen exactly the way that you have set out for, but you're eventually going to figure it out.
For sure.
And that's like, I think part of it too is like on the sales, the email marketing strategy, especially on that. It's like, oh, if that didn't work, okay, well, we can cross that one off the list. That one doesn't work. So all the A/B testing, I think, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean,
With
it's
anything.
practical application, trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I'm trying things out, we did the deadlift everyday thing, and it was terrible. And either I didn't know the programming or body couldn't recover, whatever it was. I just didn't feel right. So I didn't get to the end of the month and go, oh, I'm a failure. I'm like, nope, that didn't work. Guess we keep squatting. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that people maybe put too much value in or are so scared if it's not going to work. Mm-hmm. Now, when I mean not going to work, you can't pay your rent, you lose your house, that's like a different not going to work, right? And that does happen. Mm-hmm. But the reality is, like, don't be scared to take those like mini chances, because you got to. Or like Cole might find a design and spend hours on it and then look at it and go, yeah, it's not it. You know what I mean? But you don't know that until you go actually fucking do it. Mm-hmm. Or a camera angle that Trey uses, like when he's, he watches it back and go, well, probably not going to do that again. But you don't know until you do it, right? It's just like one of those things. Like, I've ran into a lot of people that are really nervous to take even small chances.
Well, think about
you got to take small chances all the time.
All the people are like, oh yeah, I had that idea 5 years ago. But
Yeah,
it comes down to fucking executing.
Well, yeah, action is a lot.
Yeah,
There's a lot of it. Well, because you're afraid to act because you don't know what the outcome is.
Exactly.
I want to figure out what the outcome is so I can fix it as fast as possible.
That's iteration 1. That's it.
It's always a V1. That's the thing is, like, I've always said, like, yo, what's V1 of this look like? Because I already know it's not going to be the end. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You'd have to be, like, great all the time for it to be that way. It's impossible. So if you just can be okay with that, I think you have way more success, because then you're basically, I think it was Steve Harvey said, like, I just fail quicker so I can figure it out and then get to the spot I want to go to anyway. Mm-hmm. But failing is just once again, it's just the process. I don't know. Like, that's why being a rookie at things is kind of fun. That's why I'm excited about crypto, about the NFT stuff. I don't know it all. You know what I mean? Like, at all. And I just really, I would say, like, in the last probably 2 to 3 years, got to where I really felt great about what I was investing in the traditional market. It took me years to figure that shit out. You know what I mean? I'm pretty proficient in it now, and learn this other stuff, but I mean, it took me a long time, you know what I mean? And I had to be really about it. So I just think like the rookie part to me is like, I like each year thinking, what's something that can kind of like what you're doing with the coding, complement what I already do, and then I can figure it out at a level that, yeah, hopefully I can monetize it and make money off of it and learn it to that level, but just to just enrich what I'm about and my understanding in this life in general.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I told you last week or whatever. I was like, I want to be the guy, the e-commerce dude that someone comes to ask questions.
Yeah.
And I can at least direct them, worst case scenario. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have so many reps in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're the guy I come to.
Yeah. So are you?
Yeah. Your story was good, Cole.
I just really feel like there's a lot of parallels.
No, I mean,
I'm serious because like I try to put myself being an athlete. I try to view I literally viewed the times in college where I was waking up at 4 a.m.
Yep.
taking the classes. I was like, I'm just preparing for the fucking league. As soon as I
Facts.
graduated, I viewed like my life and my career. I was like, now it's time to fucking get on the fucking bright lights.
Well, I look at it like, if I look at my career, the first like from 99 to 2007, running my own stuff pretty much by myself. And, you know, Dustin was in there towards the end, right before MP. He was there probably like, because he went to school so forth. So he was there like 3 years with me before we started, you know, got Muscle Farm going. All of that stuff I had to figure out on my own was just literally preparing me for even a chance to try supplements. So 7 years, multiple facilities, a bazillion different clients, working 5 a.m. to fucking 9 p.m., half-day Saturdays, hustling the bodybuilding organizations, taking supplements, competing multiple times. Like all of that, I competed 4 times a year, learned all these different diets, all these different supplement things, like all these different training techniques and the business, like all of that mixed together. Then when I was like, okay, I'm ready to try to have my own supplement. Then that next 7 years, the whirlwind of business, up, down, all these numbers, all this marketing, all these relationships, you know, getting a chance to be on these platforms, getting a chance to flex my skills that I learned in the first 7 years, but now to a huge audience worldwide, preparing all that, then for this opportunity, which is now what you see. Like they're all just really kind of molding the clay onto the next thing. So yeah, it's exactly what you were doing.
sure.
It's exactly what I've been doing.
Yeah.
It's what we all should be doing. You know what I mean? Is preparing for what is coming next if you're about that type of life, not just staying the same.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I feel like whenever Joe is at Ohio State, this is
I like how he can't.
He just keeps coming back. But
JLJ.
while he's
I should have brought my signed Joey Burrow.
dude, but here's the
you
thing.
Could hold
Here's
it.
the thing. Treadway loves Joe Burrow more.
Love
I
him.
just see him as an actual person. I can relate to his
of
situation.
course.
Like,
Yeah.
Try to like peek in the door and make Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Hey, Cartier. Where's the Cartier?
I view it as like whenever he was at Ohio, like freshman year at Ohio State. Obviously, he was just watching JT Barry. He's watching all these guys. I felt the same way. I was being a fly on the wall, just trying to learn whatever. Then, you know, you go to LSU. Now it's my time to even get my foot in the door and start doing stuff. And now it's like I'm trying to be the fucking star quarterback.
Yep.
I'm trying to also be the head coach, and I'm also trying to build a fucking crazy fucking franchise.
Yeah.
And win fucking ships. That's how I feel.
Just living up to the fucking given name, the graphic gangster.
Yeah. Hey, but here's the thing: you take the graphic away from gangster, I'm still a gangster.
Yeah.
Just saying. Hey, swap any word in there, still a gangster.
Yeah. I mean, what word would you like to put in there, Danny?
Daddy.
The daddy gangster. Jeez. I don't know if that word works.
Shout out.
Depends on the spelling. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh gosh.
All right, I don't know where to go.
There you have it.
I think here we'll wrap it up with something. I would say attempt to continue to be a rookie at whatever it is. If there's something that you're like, well, I kind of want to learn about that, figure out the resources, ask some people, go check it out. It just makes uncovering and learning things like that. It's just like continued education. People say it all the time, but this is just another way to kind of lay up. I think at the end of the day, like it makes life more interesting because you're learning more, you're kind of stumbling across stuff. But then once you understand it, you're like, gosh, that's like another brick. That's another level. And I think that once again, I just don't want my life to be boring. I'm just not signing up for that. There's too many things out here. There's too many opportunities. There's too many experiences and too many things to learn and understand and be involved in and be excited about. So if you're unexcited about things, maybe you haven't been a rookie in a while. And then that's where some excitement can lie because you're getting better. So I think that felt like a professional way to wrap it up.
That was awesome.
Yeah. All right. Roundtable Podcast. I'm your boy Corey G, brought to you by Max Effort Muscle. Danny, Small Arms, at Trey Speed, Graphic Gangster. We're out.